Hope you're having a good Sunday morning, and I want to talk about Sunday morning television here. In TV, when the ratings go down, tensions go up, and sometimes TV executives hit the panic button. With my next two guests, I want to discuss what that panic button sometimes looks like. But first, a little bit of history about a historic program, Meet the Press. In the years since Tim Russert died, Meet the Press has fallen from first place to third place in the Sunday morning public affairs show ratings. There are a lot of reasons for that, but Russert's successor, David Gregory, has gotten a lot of the blame for it. So what has NBC been doing about it? Well, here's what the Washington Post's Paul Farhi reported this week. Last year, the network undertook an unusual assessment of the 43-year-old journalist, commissioning a psychological consultant to interview his friends and even his wife. The idea, according to a network spokeswoman, Megan Pianta, was to get perspective and insight from people who know him best. The spokeswoman then said the story was wrong. Meet the Press had brought in a brand consultant, not a psychological one. Then in a radio interview on Friday, Gregory said the psychological part was utter fiction. So what's true here? Well, according to Lloyd Grove, who wrote about this for the Daily Beast, the consultant does branding work, but has an advanced degree in psychology. So that explains that. But let's get to the bigger point here. At home, you might be wondering, what's a news division like NBC doing, studying David Gregory's brand? What's this got to do with journalism? Well, more than you might think. I want to peel back the curtain here with two men who know exactly how this works. In Los Angeles, the president of Magid Generational Strategies, Jack McKenzie, and here in New York, Andrew Hayward, a former president of CBS News. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Jack, tell me how common the use of consultants is in television news.
Well, television is a difficult business. It's a challenging business. I thought it was interesting that you said that when ratings go down, tensions go up. Let me tell you that tensions are high every single day. And whether you're in first place or third place, there are tensions. It's a large industry. It's a large industry that serves an important purpose, both in notifying the public of what's going on in their society, but it's also a big business.
The way you said it to the Daily Beast this week about David Gregory, you said if you can get more information about how David can be a better David, that makes sense.
Well, it's one of the challenges of anyone who's on television. Television is a personal media done in a very impersonal way.
You can say that again.
Are all sitting in studios. Brian, when you got this job, they probably said, Brian, just be yourself, right? Well, that's a hard thing to do with lights in your face and makeup on your face and having to think fast in essentially a live environment.
Andrew, you now are a consultant as well. You help media companies understand digital media, how to get ahead of all the changes that are happening in the digital age. But tell me about your time at CBS News. How did you employ consultants? What did they do and what did they bring to the table?
Well, in our case, we really didn't. CBS News is not a company that uses consultants very much at all. I didn't see a single one in my almost 25 years there. But that's not to say that I don't think they have a role. I think television news is a mix of artifice and authenticity. We're wearing makeup now in an attempt to make us look more natural. I hope it's working. I think too much.
Oh, it's working, Andrew. It's working.
Too much makeup would make us look ghoulish. Right. I think the same goes with too much consulting, and I know that my friend in Los Angeles, Jack, would agree. The very best things we've seen on TV are not consultant-driven. Take a look at CBS Sunday Morning, for example. I don't think a consultant would approve of a program that's slow-paced with very highfalutin story selection, very sophisticated writing, yet it's an enormous hit. It continues to grow.
Highest-rated show on Sunday morning television.
That's right. That's right. And yet it defies the conventional wisdom. So there's good consulting and bad consulting. Good consultants can help with strategy. Bad consultants just promote sameness. There was a period when all local newscasts look the same. It's still a problem, and a lot of people blame consultants for that. When you see reporters waving their hands all the time to try to look animated, that could be the consultant's fault.
Can you understand why some journalists might feel uncomfortable or get sensitive about the use of consultants like that?
I think in its purest form, you wouldn't even look at ratings, right? You would just do what you think is important, and you would take no feedback whatsoever. So it's a spectrum. I think what Jack's saying makes perfect sense, which is to know the context is valuable, but then ultimately you have to rely on your journalistic judgment, your belief on how you best serve the public. It's a tool. If it's overused, then it can be abused.
And I had a source at NBC this week say to me there's false piety around this topic. People might want to pretend like this doesn't happen, pretend like it's not a business, pretend that brand marketers and brand consultants aren't involved, but they are. They are across the board, and that's a reality that viewers might not be aware of, but maybe should be. Maybe it helps to be aware of those factors.
Listen, I don't think we should overstate it. I think the best things we see in television news, and I know Jack would agree, are not because consultants are prescribing what to do. It's because men and women of experience and good judgment are doing good programming.
Let's take this case of David Gregory, though, to interview his wife even. Is even that something that would actually help a network figure out how to brand or market a show like Meet the Press?
What it says to me is that NBC is serious about helping one of their franchises. And anything that they can do to help a franchise is important to our society as Meet the Press. And as someone who is as smart and dedicated as David Gregory, then I hope that it helped.
Tom Brokaw addressed that in an interview with Politico. Politico wrote a story this week about these Sunday shows. Let me read the quote. He said, he's talking about the network Sunday shows. They remain a very important 4 hours of television, but I long for more imagination, new voices, and more outside looking in. He concluded with this, new voices and bold choices. That tension you're describing between doing some of what Brokaw is hoping for versus keeping the viewers who are already there and seemingly satisfied by what they're seeing is the overarching tension of television in general, not just on Sunday mornings. Is that right, Jack?
Yeah, Tom Brokaw sounds like the consultant you were talking about earlier. Hey, listen, the biggest challenge of any business is to innovate while protecting the business that they have. And we are at a unique time in the media industry in which that the unique audience that they have is aging. And that is just a sign of our times.
And Brian, just to add to that, I agree, but news is different from entertainment. Entertainment thrives on the next fresh, wonderful, shiny thing. News franchises are designed to be durable. In fact, they tend to grow in strength with time. So taking a franchise like these Sunday programs that's very durable and tinkering with it is different from starting a program like Survivor or CSI or even changing the host on a late night entertainment show. They are really built on familiarity and comfort. As you pointed out, Bob Schieffer is the king of the hill right now.
Well, I'm going to steal a word from earlier, illuminating. I think this was a very illuminating conversation, and I thank you both for joining me. Jack McKenzie, Andrew Hayward.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Brian.
Two more notes, by the way, about the network Sunday morning shows. Amid all the media coverage about David Gregory this week, the president of NBC News came out and publicly reaffirmed her support and NBC's support for him. He's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. And neither will his ABC rival, George Stephanopoulos. On Thursday, Stephanopoulos renewed his contract at ABC, and you can read my story about that on our Reliable Sources blog on CNN.com.